Welcome back to Survival Everybody episode 1-4. As you can see here on the previous episode, we seeded our grass, our front lawn, and our lawn throughout the whole farm here. It is growing. It's looking good. I just wish it would stop right at this growth stage. But it won't. It'll continue to grow and it'll start looking like this, which is fine, but it's still better than having all these crazy weeds all over. Our soybeans are coming up very nicely over here. And we decided on the previous episode that we're also going to put soybeans in our big field over here. So we're going to go ahead and do that on today's episode. Got to get her cultivated. Actually, how was our... Yeah, we shouldn't need any lime, so we're good there. Still decent on water for our greenhouse. We do have one pallet of lettuce that produced, but I think what we're going to do... we got this refrigeration unit on sale. I just couldn't resist. Make it a little more realistic here. We'll put them in here as we go, but we'll wait for another one to spawn, and then we'll double stack. And then we'll be able to stick them both in here at once. Might have to put like a cement pad over here or something for this trailer, because that's probably where it's going to stay. But we'll figure that out at another time as we let the lawn grow and do some more landscaping. We do have our first eggs that came from the chickens, so we're making progress here. They're using food. And hopefully we don't have to feed them too much. We'll probably keep all this grain, I think, for the chickens, or some in the trailer yet here. Or we could load up what we have outside and sell that too. That's something I was thinking about. We got to get a bucket for our skid steer to do that. But like I said, let's go ahead and start tackling getting our cultivation done on our field so we can get planted, and so our soybeans are not too far behind our other field. Probably going to end up selling them both at the same time. It will have to be weeded. Might end up happening on the next episode. It just takes... The first time we plow, there's no weeds. And then after that, we're going to get weeds. Nice thing about this, we can have some very good working speed here. 9 miles an hour. So what is it, like 2.5 working with on this cultivator. So it's a little less than we would like. But you gotta take the good with the bad. Pretty soon we'll hopefully be able to upgrade this and get some bigger units. But we just gotta enjoy the process as we go. Just getting a last little bit here. It does take a little bit of time to do that. It would be nice to get a bigger seeder. We almost need to figure out if that's the next move we want to make. Kind of probably depends on the sales too. If we can save a few bucks, that's always great and appreciated. As far as expanding the farm more, I think we need to get a silo here at some point. And we could start deciding where our next field is going to be. We're going to have to cut some more trees down, I suppose. Let's see. We'll just have to put this on top of our pile. There's no Really nowhere else to put it right now. I suppose I should move over just a little bit more. We might be using the skid steer here to load up those heads of lettuce. Those should probably be refrigerated. The eggs could probably get by without being refrigerated. Okay, excellent. How does this field look here? Yeah, we're gonna have to weed it, of course. Which I might just do as we finish out the episode here. I think we're gonna go ahead and advance. We can top up our greenhouse. Probably get that lettuce loaded. Ooh, look at that property income. $13.88. That helps so much. Especially with our property maintenance. Grass is coming up more. We're have to start deciding how we want to have our walkway here. Get maybe some yard decorations. Actually, that height right there would probably be pretty good. But it's going to grow one more time. Starting to look a lot more like home here. Looks like we got another pallet of lettuce has spawned. We get that loaded up so we can keep it refrigerated. We're probably going to need some more. The chickens are actually going through food quite a bit here. Yeah, they're about halfway here. I think what we'll do is pop this trailer open. The checker out here. Nice and refrigerated. We'll get those loaded up so they stay fresh. Yeah, so I think if we just double stack right away here, because we'll have to do that anyway, and then put them both in at once. Hopefully it's not too much weight for the skid steer. I do hope on the next farming simulator that the pallet physics are just a little bit better. I think that's what needs work, in my opinion. I better not back up too far, we're going to run over a crop. Excellent. Then we'll be able to push in the next pallets. Nice and easy. Yeah, I think also with not having the wheel wells like we have on our other wagon will also help. We should be able to get 3 of those in there, I think. Keep them nice and refrigerated. Let's go ahead and close it up. Ah, nice and fresh produce. Don't want that going to waste. Excellent. Maybe looking at getting another shed down the road. I did see that the Platinum, is it Platinum or Premium expansion, has a few extra nice sheds that would work perfect for our skid steer. Okay, we need the small tractor. Let's go ahead and top up our greenhouse. So that's out of the way. This water is free. We got lucky. Our water spout is giving us free water. It costs us nothing to produce lettuce. There we go. We'll just leave the tractor here. And then we'll get to weeding so we can advance. How's our soybeans in the back here? We could probably actually wait to harvest both fields until they're both ready because they do not wither in this playthrough, so that'll save us some dinking around if we can do them all in the same month and then sell them. Hopefully they'll sell the same time we harvest or close to it. Yeah, there's a few weeds here. Let's just check the sales before we get started. Oh boy, that would be real nice. That would be real nice, but we can't afford that. And that class, yeah. It's nice to see him there though, to tease us a little bit. So we might want to invest in a bigger weeder. Because now that we have this bigger field, this is the first time we're weeding this big field. It's going to take us some time to run through it with this thing, but if we had a wider width... How much do those cost? So 9,500 for that guy. This one's for $4 grand to 4.5. Should we get this guy? Or should we save for the 6 meter? 65. We could... yeah, we can't swing that yet. If we were going to do it, we should probably get this guy. 60. Yeah, that's a no-brainer to go for this one. We'll have to look at that, but again, is a weeder at the top of the list. It'd be nice to have a wider seeder too. The working width on this is so small that it's almost like I'm just running the weeds down with the tractor tires sometimes. So I think that's kind of what we need to do is we need to get the weeder upgraded here, get a little bit wider one. I mean, we could do herbicide, but that's going to be a little costly. I think we're better off just doing a weeder. If we get that upgraded, and then I would also like to get a seeder upgraded. I'm pretty good with a cultivator because it gives us a good working speed. Yeah, like this, there's weeds every now and then that we're missing here. But yeah, get those two upgraded, I think, and then it'll make this a little bit easier. Didn't get everything, I know that. But I think we got the majority. Yeah, there's a few here. Yeah, we'll definitely look at getting a weeder and a seeder. We do get some money for the ones we have, they're just not going to be worth a lot of money. So we want to be very careful what we go here. We're going to be taking up more room in the shed too. This shed did fill up quite fast than I thought it would, but at least it's out of the elements of the environment. Okay, so where are we at here now? So we got the fields that are taken care of. Our lettuce is being cooled. Greenhouse has been topped up. So yeah, the eggs will be sold in November. The honey, again, at the beginning of the year with the lettuce. And it is May right now. We're probably actually going to end up harvesting our soybeans before we sell any eggs. So there was nothing in the sales. So I think what we'll do is advance, and we'll just see if anything comes up as we move along here. Alright, we made it to July. There's nothing really in the sales. This would be kind of cool if we did get some grass fields, but we're definitely not ready for that. We got to upgrade our weeder and all that stuff first before we do that. But the chickens are getting a little bit low here on food, so we're going to have to buy that bucket for the skid steer. How much is that? $4 grand. Ooh, it's a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. So that definitely goes into our sale money. We're going to have to buy it, so let's go ahead and do it. It's done. Let's head on down to the sales and get our bucket. Our grass is also grown. This is as big as it'll get. It looks a little bit nicer than the other grass, but it is a little tall. We might have to start doing some landscaping and get our sidewalk in and some decorations maybe. Slowly but surely we're making our way to town. We probably could have put the... asked nicely for them to put the bucket in the back of our truck or something. Maybe that would have made a little more sense. Again, I did not expect that bucket to cost $4 grand. That was a bit of a surprise. It's going to hit our income just a little bit. but it is for surely needed because we got to feed the chickens. Beats buying some other stuff since we already got the skid steer. Big working width on that. It almost looks pretty big for this skid steer, but whatever does the job. We'll see if we can get all that barley outside of the building in the bucket, so at least it looks a little bit nicer. We overshot our target on the previous episodes of where that was gonna go. There we go. Clean her up. Let's dump on what we have. Whoa! That is heavy load. We cannot go that high with that. Alright. Let's see what happens here if we can find the right spot. Okay, there we go. They are topped up. So we'll dump this. I think we'll dump the rest in that wagon. If we decide to sell it or keep it, we'll decide later. Since it's in the way anyway on that pile, we'd have to move it. The other thing to think about, we'll be going a little bit wild till we can plant more barley. So it might be wise to keep it all and just save it for the chickens. Chunk here if we can grab it. There we go. Perfect. Nice and clean now. Excellent. So that leaves us with 233. Looks like there's a chicken out down there. So I think what we're going to do is leave it there for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. On the next episode, we'll probably go ahead and start deciding on some landscaping in front here. Get our sidewalk put in. Put some yard ornaments up. Make it look a little bit nicer. And then I think we'll go ahead and tackle our soybeans here. Get them both up to the right growth stage, and then we'll probably end up selling our eggs here as well. We'll see you guys later.